Mike.
What's up?
I would never banish you to the back seat of a car.
What about the way back seat of the car?
Not even then.
But
you're not a 3 in my eyes. You're not even a 6 in my eyes. You know what, Mike?
I'm a 2.
Yeah.
That's fucking mean.
I didn't say anything.
What were you trying to say?
You're a 10 out of 10 in my eyes, Mike.
That's very thoughtful. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 8.
In case you couldn't tell, her echo is because she's recording from the way back.
Wow! So, guys, this is going to be a spotlight episode. Our second one this season. Mike, I want to work at a water park.
What kind of water park?
A water park.
Like Six Flags? Like franchise or standalone? Like Waterways?
No, there's actually a place in Massachusetts. It's called Your Mom's House.
We're actually there right now.
In your opinion. This episode is not about a particular artist or composer or director. It's about one film, one amazing film titled
The Way Back.
Just a reminder, you guys, we gave ourselves assignments last episode for our Now Dig on This. We're going to be talking about those next episode. So if you're waiting to hear if I did or didn't like Atlantis, or if Mike did or did not like Greta Van Fleet's album Battle at the Garden's Gate, that will be in the next episode. But you should stay, because this film is arguably better than both of those guys.
You don't know that yet.
You're telling me that you think that I'm going to like Atlantis more? Or it could?
I have a childhood bias.
Okay, I understand. It could be great, but
I also saw The Way Back in theaters twice.
I'm so jealous of that.
Both were for free.
Holy, whoa! I'm so jealous of that when it came out. Wow!
I saw it at Crossgates and then Spectrum 8 in Albany. And both were free.
That is so cool. Oh my gosh.
Sure is.
You're the coolest person alive now, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Even though you said I was a 2?
I didn't. Oh my god, have you ever seen Polar Express? I didn't do it.
Yes.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Yeah, be jealous. I saw it in theaters twice for free.
Awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
We're going to get right into it, talking about the movie.
We're going to start off with saying it's absolute cinema.
It is.
It's not some trash heap that you walk up to. This is gold platter.
Yeah, 100%. Mike, did you actually want to elaborate more on how you found this movie, how you grew to like this movie?
Sure. In the 2010s, like the early 2010s, there was this program called GoFobo, and it was like free movie passes if you signed up, and they were occasional, and some of them were like movies you've probably heard of, and then other ones you're like, I've never heard of this in my life. This was one of those movies.
Nice.
I was like, The Way Back? I don't know what this is. I didn't know any of the actors going in, and I was like, Sam Rockwell's the coolest man alive.
Absolutely.
Both times I saw it.
Yeah.
Even though I had seen Iron Man 2 by then. I was like, who's that guy? And I was like, oh, that guy. Okay. Much different character, much nicer character.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my mom got the email, and it was like a set of 4 for The Way Back at Crossgates. I was like 13.
Yeah, 2013.
And when I saw it, I was like, this is the best movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because I was a teenager, like, starting out, being a teenager, all quiet and, I'm a teenager.
It also, like, is the truth, so it's like, okay.
Yeah. And then 2 weeks later, we got another round of them for some reason in the email. And they're like, you can go again. And my mom was like, if I drop you guys off at Spectrum 8, do you want to see this again? And I was like, yeah. So then she did.
Let's go. Shout out Mike's mom. Unlike Mike, I don't have a specific date that I remember seeing this movie for the first time, unfortunately.
We did watch it at a grad party for high school, though.
Yes, that was after I already established that I love the movie.
Yeah, and you have my Blu-ray copy somewhere.
Yep. And I know where it is, in my basement. But I wanted all my friends to watch it too.
True. So. We watched it through a Sterlite tote because it was raining.
Yeah.
On a projector. It was that and Monte Carlo, guys.
Yes, it was.
As referenced in episodes 3 and 4.
Back-to-back classics. In my opinion.
remember The Way Back.
Yeah. but I had to have seen the movie at some point in high school. I'm assuming my sister or Mike showed it to me.
Not me.
Not me!
Not Hermione, you.
So yeah, at some point I watched it and loved it, and then Mike was like, I know it too, and I was like, whoa. And my sister, Marie, shout out Marie, she has stuff to say about this movie later for you guys. Us three love this movie, and you can be included in that cutie little club.
Hang on, there's
if
a
you
fourth
watch this
member.
too. There is a fourth member, but I've never even met this fourth member.
That's fine. His name is Liam.
What's up,
He's
Liam?
getting the name drop. He's the one that has a thing for Mary Elizabeth Winstead from previous episodes. And the animal from the Muppet Story. Hi, Liam.
Dang. Hi, Liam.
Yeah, he lives on Long Island and has a summer home in the East Hamptons. So he kind of knows the vibe of growing up in a coastal town in the summers. And, like, meeting people you only see once in a while or never again because they're, like, tourists or something. And, yeah, he connects to this movie. And I visited him in Long Island a couple weeks ago. And driving through the town, I said, yep, I understand. And that was all I needed.
Yep. I got you just what I need, just what I needed.
But, yeah.
Okay, well, welcome Liam to this cutie little club. If you want to join our cool club, watch this movie. Thanks. Cool. Alright, Mike, you want to give him a little plot of the movie?
Sure.
Hit him with it.
Let's start off with this movie technically starts local.
Yes, it does.
The opening of this movie, they're in, like, the midst of a road trip to Cape Cod. From Albany. What up?
New York.
Yeah. Not Albany, Georgia. Albany, New York.
Albany.
The cool one. Yeah.
Suck it, Georgia. You get Beyonce for 4 nights.
We get her for none up here.
We did. Just
Not in Albany.
true.
We got bowling for soup, though. So, they're on a road trip to Cape Cod. The main character is the 13-year-old son, Duncan, and he's traveling with his mom, Pam, and her boyfriend, Trent, and his daughter,
Steph.
Stephanie. So they're on a road trip together. It's basically about Duncan finding his way because he's kind of outcast by his own family as they're doing their own thing over the summer. And he finds solace in the water park in town, gets a job there, makes a really good father figure out of the owner, Owen, who is a king. And by the end of the movie, Duncan stands up to Trent, mom's boyfriend, because he's a bad person. And Duncan finally has the confidence. Yeah, it's a good movie about self-discovery and maturing in your own way, not caring about what others think of you.
Yep. Nice.
Neither of us are a 3.
Yes, so I'm going to add on to Mike's mini plot that the first scene in the movie, they're in the car on the way to Trent, his mom's boyfriend's vacation home, and he's in the way back seat of a car. It's a type of car that I guess was popular in the 70s?
Looks like an Oldsmobile. 3 rows of seats.
And like,
technically 2 with a trunk. But
and the third seat faces the back.
Yeah.
So that's wild. I would not be able to sit there. And
making Duncan look away from everyone.
Yes. Duncan's mom and Trent's daughter are both asleep. How they managed to sleep while Steve Carell, who plays Trent, is talking in full volume is amazing to me in a moving vehicle, but whatever.
If you spent 5 minutes with Trent, you'd want to pass out too.
Yeah, I would. But Trent basically is like, how do you see yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? Duncan says 6, and Trent's like, no, I think you're a 3. Here's the thing. If I was Trent, I'd maybe be concerned that he might not find friends, but that's...
You don't say it like that.
Exactly! Terrible way to bring that up. It's crazy. And this scene was actually inspired by one of the directors because he had a similar situation happen to him with his stepdad.
Whack.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it was Jim Rash who plays Lewis in the movie.
The other director, Nat Faxon, plays Roddy.
Yes! Which I had no idea that they were directors of the movie until like a couple of weeks ago. Which is crazy.
And I had to be like, yep.
That's so cool. That makes it even more awesome in my opinion, because that means I already know who they are. But
True.
So that was really important. And then the last scene of the movie is actually in the car going back home. Spoilers also,
Albany.
guys. Yeah, I like how it starts and ends kind of in the same vehicle, probably on the same road, but the vehicle's going in a different direction and so are their lives. Whoa. So
That's Storytelling.
That was so deep.
That's storytelling.
Yeah. That's storytelling.
Yeah.
Actors in it, there's actually a lot of kind of sort of famous people. So I'm going to list them off real fast. We got Steve Carell playing Trent, the stepdad. He's so mean. But he does a really good job of making me hate him. And I don't think Steve Carell's in a lot of things that make me hate him. So
correct. I think that and Bruce Almighty are the two roles that I hate him in.
I've never seen that one, so I'm going to trust you on that.
He's an asshole news reporter.
Dang. We got Sam Rockwell, King, as we said already, playing Owen. We got Jim Rash playing Lewis. We got Toni Collette playing Duncan's mom.
Fantastic actress.
Absolutely. Maya Rudolph playing Caitlin. She works at the water park.
Also a great actress.
Truth. And her mom is Minnie Riperton. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea until I took my R&B vocals class. Crazy. Love you. Okay. Anna Sophia Robb, Slay. She's in that as Susanna. We got Zoe Levin. She plays the daughter of the boyfriend. She plays an absolute B-I-C-T-H. And I think Zoe, in everything I've seen her in, she plays a terrible person, like a total mean girl that I would not be able to stand being around in real life. She is in a show that is no longer anymore called Red Band Society. I don't know how you'd be able to watch it, but find a way. It's so good. That's like, in my opinion, a super deep cut show. So good. She plays a terrible person, but it's great. So then we got Robert Capron. He's in, shout out, my bestie, the love of my life, you know who you are, Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Rowley.
Yeah, he's
Sweet.
in that. And then Allison Janney, she plays Betty, who they really wanted to base her character off of someone who just has terrible luck and a terrible life. When they get to her house,
she's vibing.
Yes, she's totally okay with it, I guess. She basically lives right next door to Trent's vacation house, and we kind of see her and Duncan's mom get along. And she basically just has so many negative things happen to her life, but it's kind of hilarious. So.
Also always has a drink in her hand.
Yep.
Like Julian from Trailer Park Boys, for those that know that.
Mm-hmm. And I also found out, when I found out the thing about the directors, that Allison played Peach from Finding Nemo, guys. Finding freaking Nemo!
I told you that.
Newcomer of Orange and White. Peach. That's crazy. What if Betty and Peach had to go head to head? Who do you think would win?
Betty.
I do agree this time.
She's got alcohol and human hands on her side.
Yeah. Guys, comment down below. We're not going to explain this one. Just trust. If Mac from Cars
Jesus Christ, we're on this again.
got in a fight with Ham from Toy Story, who would win? And, like, be honest with yourselves, okay? I know that one of them's a truck, okay? But pigs can have style. They can do it, okay? So, think about that.
Do they have 18 wheels of style?
He has coins that he can shoot at him.
That's not the case.
We can't discuss this anymore. Guys, comment down below, okay? We gotta move on. Sorry. Okay, and then lastly, we already said Nat Faxon is also a director, and he plays Roddy. I wish we had more screen time with him.
There's also Rob Corddry as Kip.
Yes.
He's in Hot Tub Time Machine movies, and he is a doctor that is dressed as a clown in an Adult Swim series.
Scary.
No, it's a comedy.
Not scary. Cool. The composer, I found this out today. I think Mike's going to do a little bit more talking about the music in this movie, because when I first watched this movie, and when I do watch this movie, I don't normally care for the music in this movie. It wasn't one of the things that led me to keep watching it, but I found out today, the composer of this movie, his name is Rob Simonson. He also did The Spectacular Now, which came out the same year, with Shailene Woodley and Miles Teller. And then he also did Age of Adeline, which I love that movie, The Whale. He also did Deadpool and Wolverine, and It Ends With Us, which
Wild.
is crazy. And he also did Elio, the most recent Pixar.
So he did 3 projects with Blake Lively. It
Yeah.
Ends With Us.
Yeah.
Technically Deadpool and Wolverine, even though she's in a costume.
Age of Adeline.
And Age of Adeline.
Yeah, I didn't look into that further, but crazy.
That's my noggin for you.
Yep. Noggin. Dude. The rest of the music that's in the movie, like some of the stuff playing on the radio or in headphones and such, consists of a mix of 80s hits and indie rock. Mike.
That's the music I was going to talk about.
Let's go, Mike.
Where should I start? First off, I did not know Can't Fight This Feeling by REO Speedwagon until I saw this movie.
Same.
And I was like, what the hell is this out-of-tune boy singing? And mind you, I had been in chorus for like 4 years by then. So I kind of had a basis for tune.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, at 13, I was like, yikes! But
that's also crazy you were 13 and Duncan was 13.
It's brazy. That's why I connect to it so much.
Yeah. Continue.
I did not know that the song Recess was like really recent. It wasn't from like years ago like the rest of the soundtrack seems to be. New Sensation by INXS. I thought that was a new song. And then I looked it up after the movie and it said it was from the 80s and I was like, why has no one told me about this? I'm 13 years old.
It's a good song.
I really like the two songs towards the end. I think it's the same song when they leave the house and they stop at the gas station.
Mm-hmm. It's one big guy.
And then the same one when they leave the water park to go back to Albany.
Yep.
That song is really good. But the music throughout is pretty great. So that's all I had to say. There was like the personal anecdote for one or two songs.
See, I didn't know Can't Fight This Feeling, and I was like, oh, I wonder how, like, far off he's singing this song.
Also, Carry a Laser.
Yeah, which I also have never heard that song. Like, I didn't know that it wasn't Carry a Laser.
I didn't know it was a song until I saw the movie.
That too, but...
And I said Carry a Laser after I watched it until I looked up the lyrics, and I was like, Carry a Lazon? What the heck does that mean?
Oh, I still say Carry a Laser.
Well, that's just because we're passionate movie fans.
Carry away on the road and I was 12.
I'm starting to really like the way back.
Yeah. Cool. Some award talk, if you will. It seems like Liam James, who plays Duncan, and Sam Rockwell, Owen, got nominated for a bunch of mini awards, but they didn't win any of them. What the heck? They did win an AARP Movies for Grown-Ups Award for Best Comedy.
That's like life
Wow.
insurance for old people.
So, I mean, good for them. I guess the movie is considered a comedy drama, which
It is.
I would agree. I do think the comedy part really stems from just like 3 characters, but you know,
Yeah,
they really pull their weight. I watched it again today to write more about the comedy part because I didn't even think that it was in that genre, I guess. And dang, Owen, like everything he comes out of his mouth, except like the last 5 minutes of the movie, is just like bit after bit after bit, and he
That's
even talks
why
about that.
I love him.
It's so good.
Do you know how many bits I could do with an eye patch?
Yeah, it's just too good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just too good. What's that from?
It's a whole family of supers! Looks like I've hit the jackpot! Oh, this is just too good!
And like Mike said, some main themes of the movie I wrote down as well are, I put coming of age and personal growth.
Yeah.
I put fucked family dynamics.
For example, my dad was mildly concerned that I liked this movie, and I watched it a lot as a teenager. And he was like, you know this is a sad movie, right? And I was like, yeah, but there's funny parts.
Well, yeah, my parents didn't care, I don't think. But in the movie, as we said, Duncan is with his mom and his mom's boyfriend. His dad got a girlfriend and he lives somewhere else. And for most of the movie, Duncan is under the impression that he's going to see him again. And then, as we talked about, Betty lives next door from them on this vacation. Her daughter, who is Anna Sophia Robb,
Susanna.
she also doesn't have her dad around. But they have a seemingly much better connection with each other still.
Yeah, they keep in touch, but they're not like in contact physically.
Yeah. So that's something I find interesting that both of them got to connect over that.
Yeah, except Duncan doesn't get any contact.
Yes, that happened.
As far as we know.
Yep. Also, another theme I put was unexpected friendships.
Yeah, it's like a found family kind of thing.
Yep. And then I just put like the idea of staying in relationships for the wrong reasons and like why do we
Yeah, Pam,
Why
get
do we
that
choose-
sorted out.
Yeah, why do we choose to stay with people that hurt us? And,
That's one of my questions about the ending.
and like also like what do we do if we know someone else is in a bad relationship? Like is it our part to step in? Like how does that work? Especially with a mother and son relationship. So I just put that something to think about as well. And the last theme that I think I put summer and its effect on people because I don't know what the original plan for the summer was in Duncan's mom's mind, but basically she's kind of spent the whole summer
being a grown-up teenager.
Exactly, being a grown-up teenager and staying up all night and sleeping in all, and that's, in my opinion, that's fine.
Smoking weed.
But like her son was not ready to handle being alone over the summer, which led me to believe that she didn't think that that's how that's going to go, but that's besides the point. So like how does summer,
does it make you go let loose?
and that whole destination thing that you kind of were talking about too, you're on vacation the whole time, it's like should be fun and whatever, but
he doesn't know anybody besides Steph. He knows no one.
Yeah, exactly. I just interesting.
And Steph, being who she is, she was like, just don't die.
Yeah, can't have that weighing on my conscience.
Can't have that hanging over my head.
Fuck.
Fake fan.
Are you my conscience?
We haven't talked in a while.
We haven't talked about Finding Nemo at all.
Yeah, it's
That
okay.
sucks.
We'll do that eventually.
That was my favorite Pixar movie for the longest time.
Same here.
Wow. Since we've never had a movie spotlight, I kind of made mini sections for myself and for us to think about this. One of the next sections is important scenes, topics that I wanted to discuss.
I'd say the first one is the 3.
Yeah, the first one is definitely the 3. I never really finished what I was saying about how important that scene was. The first scene of the movie where he calls Duncan a 3, I think it really sets it up. You're like, oh shit, like this guy sucks.
Yeah.
And
it also shows that Steph and his mom are just like, they don't really care what Duncan is being told or how he's treated, and like it's told through them being unconscious.
yeah, or they don't know.
But like you could see the hurt in Duncan's eyes when he says he's a 3.
Yeah.
He just sits there and puts his headphones back and he's like, I hate my life.
It kind of gets you like thinking like, okay, this could be, Steve Carell could be a little shit for the whole movie, and he is.
Yeah, but it's like a shock value comedy at the very beginning where you're like, whoa.
Yeah, right out the gate. But throughout the movie, it's so interesting to me because I didn't really think about it a lot until I got a little bit older. I mean, I knew that Steve Carell's character was not nice, and he does very clear things to make you know that. But there's also some that were, I didn't really get until later, like I just said. For example, when Trent's friend Kip has a boat, he invites them all on it, and Trent makes Duncan wear a gigantic life vest. Kip, who owns the boat, was like, I really think he'll be okay. Dude, the owner of the boat is telling you that you're gonna be fine, and Trent's like, no, just make him wear it.
He says he can't swim. He's like, Duncan can't swim.
Yeah.
So, like, speaking for Duncan to begin with.
Exactly. It's so upsetting and embarrassing, and he didn't even have anyone to talk to at all. Like, I don't get it. So, that
scene was the first time Duncan voiced his concern.
Yes,
when
to
he was
his
like,
mom.
can he be any more of a dick?
Yep. I guess another major one of how he's being mean towards Duncan, but this time his mom is kind of like, dude, what the heck, is when there's a thunderstorm and they all are staying in, and instead of going to watch a movie or going to do stuff with Trent's friends, Pam, Duncan's mom, wants to play Candyland because they find it. I find it really interesting that Steph was like, I have to be yellow. I was like, okay, girl, go off. You're like a terrible person, but you really want to be yellow in Candyland.
Do you have something against yellow in Candyland?
No, I love yellow, but I just find it interesting. She's like, I have to be yellow. You know what I mean? Like, she's like terrible and she cares about that. Like, you could care about anything.
She's shown other signs of care.
Baby, I'm right in the middle of tossing.
We talked about this.
Oh my god. Baby, I want to go in the water. What is it?
So go.
Yeah. So good. Yeah, I know, but yeah. But Duncan, I don't know what he pulls, but his Candyland person, he gets to the part where he can go on the bridge to take the gumdrop pass, but he doesn't land on it by exact count. And Trent's like, you can't do that. That's cheating. And then Pam was like, we can fudge the rule. And then he was like...
He also wasn't even going to do it. He just took his turn and went past it.
True. Thank you. And Steve Carell was just like, well, then everyone's gonna just get to cheat, and then I win, and the game's over. And then Pam was like, fine. You should just watch this scene. It escalates only a little bit. The only thing I wish is that they showed his reaction to her after it was over. She yelled and like stormed up the stairs, and we saw Duncan's reaction to that, the hurt in his eyes. We never got to see Trent's, and I wish that there was a little bit more of that. But yep, so that was really upsetting because it's Candyland, and she literally says that. She's like, it's Candyland, Trent. Like, what? So, that's just a little thing. Another thing we're massively leaving out right now is that we find out that Trent kind of had a thing with one of his friends there last summer, I guess. And this is his first summer bringing Pam because he met her, I guess, in October.
Halloween party.
At a Halloween party.
Dressed as a cop.
Yes, and this is their first summer together. And Duncan sees him kissing another girl, and then we find out that, you know, he left them for the day to go hang out with her, and so at the end of the movie they still go home together. All four of them go home together. So
do you think Trent and Pam are still together at the end?
I think they shouldn't be. I think they probably were, even though she moved to the back of the car. I think they probably were.
The moving to the back of the car I see as two different things.
Okay.
One being she's done with Trent and is focused on her son now, or she just realizes how alone Duncan has been all summer and wants to give him some sort of solace at a point in his life that is troubled.
I think it's probably the latter. Just because.
Damn it.
Just because if she actually was
Fuck that
breaking
guy,
up with him, if I was his mom and I was sitting in that car and I just found out that my son was lying to me all summer. Number one, we're supposed to be on vacation. He gets a job. Number two, he gets a super cool nickname and is Employee of the Month, and all his friends are cheering him on after he does something so great, and we're driving away from that when he could stay there for longer. If I was breaking up with Trent, I'd be like, bitch, drop me off. Drop me and my son off. You can go. We're gonna stay. I would have tried to figure out how to stay, personally.
It's valid.
So, in my mind, that's why I say probably not. Because why would you get back in the car and go?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
When
Sorry.
I was a kid, I thought Pam and Owen were gonna hit things off at the very end when I first saw it. But then I remembered their destination vacation thing.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they could handle each other. That's just weird.
Owen's a kindred young spirit.
I like Owen and Caitlin.
True.
I do.
But Owen's the king.
Yeah.
Owen is the best part of the movie, in my opinion.
I do have some fun facts.
Yeah?
Some of these fun facts I learned today, and most of them I learned a while ago. You're welcome. Are you ready for them?
No, but go for it. I'll never be ready. Surprise me.
I mean, they're not out of this world.
Well, they better be.
Dang it! Okay. Steve Carell originally wasn't going to do the film because his family goes on vacation once a year in his home state, which is Massachusetts. But they were filming so close to where they were vacationing that he was able to do it, and he filmed his part in 10 days.
Respect. He was like, I'm a family man, but I'm going to play the opposite for 10 days.
Yeah, literally. The script was written in 2007 as The Way Back, but the title was changed because there was a film called The Way Back that came out 3 years later.
Correct.
If we didn't make it clear already, the title refers to, the way back of the seat. Oh yeah, it's a 1970s colloquial expression for the third, often hidden seat located in the cargo section of a station wagon. Nice.
Copy.
And then the name of the water park that Duncan works at is Water Whiz. In the movie Grown Ups, which came out 3 years before, the water park the family goes to is also named Water Whiz. Both of those films star Maya Rudolph, and they were filmed in the same place, which is very cool. I know that Mike knew that one.
I knew the water park was the same thing, but...
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen Grown Ups. I know that I should. I feel like a lot of people talk about it as something...
It is funny. It's not exactly something you'd write home about, but
yeah,
it's funny.
I heard that people talk about it as it's cool, but I feel like everyone just knows it. And then you can actually visit some of the filming locations today. So
I want to.
I do too. Don't get sassy with me.
I'm being barred.
No, you're not. I'm sorry. Take it up with my sister.
No, she's earned it.
So
blood is thicker than friendship.
Water Whiz is a real water park. It's in East Wareham, Massachusetts, and the pizza place where Duncan meets Owen is called Mark Anthony's Pizzeria in Onset, Massachusetts. So that's very cool. You can go visit both of those places.
It's a 7-minute drive between the two.
Yep. And apparently Maya Rudolph was pregnant with her 4th kid while filming. No idea.
First trimester, probably.
I saw it on some website, and it was followed by, you can clearly tell by the final scene. No, you could not!
Why are you judging?
Like, literally, yeah, like, what?
Are you looking at her and being like, your face is puffy, you must be pregnant?
Yeah, I don't get it. So,
it's very rude.
Screw you, whoever wrote that. And then, super cool, Sean Levy was one of the few directors attached to the movie, but he had to drop out to film Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian. Another great movie that I haven't talked about yet.
Firepower.
Yeah, another movie that I haven't gotten to talk about often on the podcast. I love. So that's so cool. Like, he could have done this one, but then he went to do another movie that I like too. So, crazy.
Yeah.
I wrote down some quotes that I like. I'm going to find out in real time right now what quotes from the movie Mike enjoys. But I had to write some down so that I could, remember them for right now. So, I really like, this one's really stupid, but it's one of the first interactions Owen has with Duncan where he's just sitting at this picnic table. Because when he goes to the water park for the first time, he goes in through the employee entrance. No one cares or notices. He goes and sits down in regular clothes. Bro's at a water park, no bag, no nothing, no sunglasses, regular clothes, sitting on a picnic bench, and he's there like twice. He just sits there. And Owen is like, I can tell you're complete all over our picnic table. It's one of a kind except for the 200 other ones here exactly like it. That always cracks me up. And Duncan never cares. Like, in the very beginning, Duncan never gets Owen's jokes that they're actual jokes. And I love that because I'm most of the time that type of person. But I get them. So I'm like, ha, Duncan, you stupid bit. So.
It's so mean.
Obviously, top tier phrase that I use in my own daily life. You guys will have seen this if you follow us on Instagram and see the cutie video that Mike made where Owen says, come on, let's get pumped. This is the place where dreams are made or destroyed, depending how you feel about working at a water park.
Come on, let's get pumped. This is the place where dreams are made or destroyed. Depends on how you feel about working at a water park.
My sister and I quote that all the time as well. It's super cute. It's on Duncan's first day. Owen's trying to pump him up.
True.
When we first meet Lewis, that whole scene is so good. He is longing to leave the place, and Lewis is like the type of character that says that, and then he comes back and stays anyway. And it's just like funny because he hates his life, but he doesn't actually want to leave, even though he says he does.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's dreaming about being a storm chaser, Owen asks him how he's going to do that, and he goes,
look, there's a storm. Where? Over there. Cool, let's go get it. Got it.
and I love that. He's like, cool, let's get it. Got it. I'm like, period, you can get that storm. It's like I watched Twisters, and I was like, you could just do that.
Okay.
I have a lot of quotes. Oh my gosh. I like a lot of them.
What's another one?
Another one is when Owen is driving Duncan home. And he's like talking about something. Sometimes he rambles, and it's kind of like, okay. He says, I hate clowns. I'm kidding. Except for the part where I really do hate them. And I'm like, me too. Just kind of funny. It's like, I'm kidding. Except I really do hate them. I was like, jeez. And then actually, that same scene, when Duncan gets out of the car, he says,
thanks for the ride.
Hey, thanks for the memories.
I would love to put that in my vocabulary. Like, after I see people and be like, bye, like, thanks for the memories. Like, Owen said it in a really cool way, though. He was like, hey, thanks for the memories. I feel like if I said it, it'd be like, are you okay? Like, I'll see you again. Like, so I don't think it would stick, but it's super cute. And then, this is the last thing I have written down. At the 50-minute mark of the movie, Duncan, one of his first tasks at Water Whiz, there's some dancers having like a fun time, and they're dancing on cardboard, and Duncan's task is to take away their cardboard so they stop causing a ruckus. And while they're talking about what's happening, Roddy, I wish that we had some more Roddy and Owen action because they're so cute. Roddy starts going off about all these types of dance moves because they're like, all right, what's the situation? And he's like,
I grabbed some cardboard from the snack shack and just started going to town. Mostly b-boying, power, abstract, blow-up, flavor. Mad moves, though. Jackhammer, apple jacks, coin drops, rubber bands, turtles, 1990s.
Any juking, bucking?
Nah, not this far from Memphis.
I know Owen goes, any bucking? And Roddy goes, nah, not this far from Memphis.
Yes, that's what ends it for me. Oh, it's so funny. Like what? Like it's just such it's such ramble comedy. I think I love it.
I really like Kip's intro, where he's like, I'm Kip, I'm the one that's not grinding on you right now.
Yep.
And Joan is like, I'm not grinding on him. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
I like the opening with I think you're 3. As much as it's a ill-intended statement, it's still a quote. I like Owen when he is kind of consoling Duncan the day after the party, and he's like giving his story about like, you don't want to spend your life here.
Yeah.
There's so much for you out there. You can idolize this water park as much as you want, but that's all that's here.
Mhm. Peter. Oh my God, we haven't even talked about Peter.
Yet.
Peter is Betty's son. He has an eye that likes to do its own thing, and so he had to wear an eye patch. And then they went to said party that Mike's talking about, and when they got home, he didn't bring back the eye patch, and she was like, "Where's your eye patch?" And he went, "Lost it!"
Where the hell have you been all night, young man?
Not now, woman.
What did you say to me?
We'll talk when I get up, alright?
Who are you talking to, buddy? Don't you walk away from
Yeah,
me.
I'm talking to you. Oh,
Where's your eye patch?
Lost it!
You stop right
I like Owen's intro with Lewis, when Lewis is like, some kid threw up in your crazy tubes, and Owen just goes, sexy. And then the follow-up to that is Owen takes Duncan to the water slide, and Roddy, Owen's friend, is working the top of the slide for like the splitting up the people going down. And Roddy relays the information to Owen again, and he's like, Owen, some kid threw up in your crazy tubes. And Owen goes, wow, pointless news travels fast.
So good.
Some kid threw up near crazy tubes.
Wow.
Okay, go ahead.
Pointless news travels fast.
Another Owen I like is when Duncan is taking Owen to the slide with Roddy, and they're followed by the 3 teenage boys, Vladimir, Ishmael, and Ming Lee, nicknamed those names. They're like asking about this kid that passed someone on the water slide all these years ago, and Owen's like, yeah, you can't find the kid. He turned to cocaine to escape the limelight. And then he turns to like this 8-year-old boy next to him. He's like, oh, there he is. Good for you.
Yeah.
And the kid's just like, what?
He was subject to male prostitution.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
that is a quote in the movie, guys.
And turned to cocaine to escape the limelight. So a lot of my quotes are Owen.
As it should be, honestly. He has so many, and they're all great.
There's also when Caitlin sees him on the deck at his like apartment above the owner's like administration building that overlooks the park. He has an apartment there, and he comes out in like a robe and shorts and underwear. She's like, why don't you come down here and manage this place? And he's like, why don't you come up here and we'll talk about politics.
And he says it with like everyone around. Like,
yeah, and then as Caitlin leaves, he's like, you see that? She's entranced by my sexual charisma.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, it's clever as shit.
Clever as shit, yeah. Oh my god.
I could keep going, but there's too many.
It's okay. I want to elaborate on what I was saying earlier about like, certain relationships. Like, I really enjoy the relationship that Betty and Peter have. It's very interesting. Because, like I said earlier, his dad's really not there. And sometimes he'll, like, say something and she'll be like, did your father make you tell me that? Or, like...
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. And it's cute because they're sassy to each other, but she really cares for him, and it's like, aw.
Yeah, and Susanna's old enough to have, like, an actual bond with her dad.
Yep. And then, obviously, Owen and Duncan, they become way more than just besties. It's really nice that Duncan was able to find someone to help
navigate life.
Yeah, bring him out of his shell. And then Duncan and Susanna, I think that was really great because she was kind of in Steph's friend group, and then right off the bat, she's really not interested in them. And they're like, Susanna, we're all going swimming. And like she's like, oh my god, I just want to read my book, but okay. And
Duncan does eyeball her for a second.
And then in the middle of the movie, she's interested in where he's going. She sees that he's going somewhere, and she wanted to know, but then she was like, no, just let it be yours. And then she was like, actually, I do want to see where you're going. And so she got to spend the day at the water park, and she was the only person that knew that he was doing that until the rest of the people at the end.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And then obviously Owen and Caitlin, she had a small role, and I wish that we could learn more about them. I get that the story was about Duncan, though. I wish that they had like a spin-off where you could like see from their perspective. Caitlin was only supposed to be a smaller character, but I guess they made her a bigger one than planned. And
yeah, and it's like she and Owen have a history.
Yeah, she was only supposed to be there for one summer, and I guess she wasn't. She was there for a lot, and then they had like a flirty thing, but you know that it could be something, and it's very interesting. So I like them too. So I wrote something for why I overall like the movie. If we put a Letterboxd review, I'll probably put this in there too. So check Letterboxd if you want to see this there. I will be following it up with some things that I don't like about it, just so that we're not trying to like sell you like the perfect movie. I mean, I do think it's a very, very, very good movie, but I do have some little quarrels. But okay, this was one of the first movies that taught me that even little things can be like a big deal, and that that's okay, or that little things are a big deal. For example, at the end of the movie, Duncan tries to pass Owen on the slide. He does this on the day where they're literally getting gas right before they're hitting the road to go back to Albany. Duncan sees Water Whiz and is like, I have to go, and we have to try this, because it was talked about throughout the movie as like a myth, and everyone was like, whoa. He was able to do it. I just think about the symbolism of that, and how something can be so silly yet so important. Like, everyone was cheering them on, and I just think about how cool Duncan must have felt having everyone cheer him on. Also, after he got like the cardboard on day one, he didn't really have people to talk to, and suddenly he's starting this job. He's able to spin on his head, and he gets the cardboard, and everyone's like cheering for him, and he gets the coolest nickname of all time. Mike, what is it?
Poppin' Lock.
Nice moves. Poppin' Lock.
Dude, that would be so cool. I would love that. So yeah, that's something that really made me think, oh, maybe, because I'm a very, sometimes little things are a big deal type of person, and this movie really validated me. I also think that it's a very, very comforting because of that, and I don't watch a lot of movies that have water parks in it, so it's really nice for if I do want a little hint of summer. Everyone's in their swimsuits all the time. I used to go to Jersey once a year with my family, and it does remind me of that. I mean, it's not Jersey, but it is very similar to that type of adventure, and I love a good, this could be really awesome summer, life-changing summer. Kind of like Monte Carlo, where it's like Monte Carlo with France.
Luca.
Yeah.
Luca rules.
So that sort of transformation thing. So that's why I enjoy the movie, other than all of the other reasons we already talked about. And then some ways I thought it could have been better. If I could change anything about this movie, I don't think I'd be taking away anything. I'd only be adding back the deleted scenes, because there are only 3 of them, and they're like silly, but I don't care. I just want to see the characters more. And then I also would have liked Pam to thank Owen at the end, when she goes to catch up with Duncan when he runs away to the water park to go pass him on the slide. Once he passes him on the slide and everyone's cheering and everything, Duncan introduces the 2 of them, and I'm not a mom. Okay, if I was a mom though, you bet your bottom dollar I'd be thanking that man, because when she goes into the water park, she sees a photo of Duncan smiling. He is smiling so hard in this photo, harder than you have ever seen him smile throughout the whole movie, and it has his nickname under it as the Employee of the Month. I think I said this earlier, but if I saw that this was happening and this one guy was helping my son grow as a person, make friends, and also get paid and get a job, that's crazy. You bet that I'd be thanking him for caring for my child, or being his friend, or both. So I do wish that there was a little bit more dialogue there. And I also would have liked that scene in general to be a bit more dragged out. I just love that scene. I feel like if I was a parent, I'd be so proud of my kid, you know what I mean? So I'm always like excited for her to see the sign and be like, oh my gosh. So it did annoy me that, spoiler alert, when Duncan found out his dad doesn't want him, Susanna tried making him feel better by talking about the relationship she has with her dad. I get it. She was probably like, I don't know. And then she was talking about ghost crabs. It was kind of interesting, but I mean, what was she gonna do? Was she gonna be silent? So I'm really playing devil's advocate right now. I don't know why, but girl, really, like you could talk about anything else. Like what? Like if my parent didn't want me anymore, no way am I listening to someone who's not that she was bragging, but talking about how they're gonna talk to their parent. And I guess the last thing I would say is Duncan's clearly fake tan. Because it's obviously a nice looking day. Have that man sit out in the sun. In my opinion, that tan looks so fake. No hate to you, Liam James. To your makeup stylist. Sorry. Come on. But I guess it is kind of funny because, I mean, it's a cringy stage of life anyway, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
But
I agree that the ending should have been a little bit less sudden. Duncan's confidence at Waterways, you would think he would want to introduce his mom to, like, all of the people he met, not just Owen.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, she's standing there as he's saying bye to all of them and not explaining how he knows them.
Yeah.
She's just like, what up?
Bye, Caitlin.
Yeah, and like, bye, Lewis.
Bye, Lewis.
Pam's just like, huh?
Yeah.
I do agree with your comment about Susanna bringing up her dad also.
Thank you.
That scene stuck with me as a kid, or as a teenager, just because, awkward teenager, I was like, that's so real. And then he went in for the move, and I was like, boy,
Yeah.
you're putting a hat on a hat in the worst possible way.
Mm-hmm. It was super cute that she kissed him at the end, though, and then when he got back into the car, he said the same exact thing that Steph said in the beginning. He said, what are you looking at, perv? Period, Duncan.
True.
Get her. And she was like, ah. Mike, I have a question for you.
What's up?
What are your thoughts on the Candyland rule? Actually. Like,
Am I on-
Trent aside,
Am I on Pam or Trent's side for this?
basically yes, but not based off personality, based on the actual rules of the game.
Pam. Out the gates.
Why?
Because Duncan played his... Duncan even says it in the scene when she's like, just take your turn, Duncan. And he's like, I already did. He's just sitting there watching their relationship unfold and fall apart. And he just has to, like, watch it happen.
I'm not talking about that, though. I'm talking about the actual rules of Candyland.
Oh, that you can go past it, but you have to land on it directly?
Yeah.
I get it.
If we were playing, what would happen?
I'd say fuck it and take it. Why? Are you the other way?
Yeah.
Would you say, get the fuck out of here?
Well, I wouldn't be like... I mean, if it's just me and you playing it, sure. I get it, because, like,
That's what you just asked me.
But if we were in, like, a group setting, like how they were in a group setting, what's the point if everyone's gonna use the gumdrop pass when they get... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the point? So I do get it like that. So that's why it's
Yeah, in a
difficult.
group setting, I'd be like, you have to land on it.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I agree.
in a
Trent didn't have to
personal
be
game
dig
of
about it.
Candyland.
If you and I are playing right now, I guess it would be fun.
I have it right over there.
I know you do, and I do too. But Trent didn't have to be a dig about it, but I do think that he was right. And obviously, like, Duncan, king of the rules, he already played his turn, so it was fine.
I did make a comment about Trent.
Yeah, Mike saw that I was going to ask him this question, so he wrote under it...
Trent deserves to be hit in the chest with a steel plate from the gym.
Lovely.
Because he was being a mean man. And he was taking it out on someone who didn't need to be involved. And it was just his pent-up sexual tension with Joan. Because he couldn't go see her because it was raining. And Pam was like, no, let's stay in.
Yep.
And he was just like, bitch, I don't care about you. I want to fuck Joan. That's what was in his head. We all hate Trent. If you like Trent, you don't have to listen to the other episodes that we've recorded. That's just all I'm going to say.
One thing I also was thinking about while we were talking about how they're from Albany is that, if you, like, think about it, Cape Cod is...
It's like 3 hours away.
I do like Albany, guys. Okay, I'm starting to appreciate it for what it is, and I'm a big upstate New York fan, especially, like, when you put it against Manhattan.
Thatcher Park.
Love Thatcher Park. So, I'm a pretty big New York State supporter. But that's another thing. If I was Duncan and I was like, we're suddenly going back to Albany in the middle of the summer and we were in Cape Cod, I would be a little upset. Like,
at a water park with your best friends.
the idea that they would be coming back here and now he's like, wait, he's gonna go to Crossgates, go to some, like, mini golf. I mean, we have some nice lakes, but not in Albany. They never really specifically
They're
say.
out. They're on the outskirts of Albany that there's some decent lakes. But
But yeah, it's just not the same as Cape Cod. It's really funny.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that they were from Albany until a couple of years ago, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I just thought about that.
That's why everyone was going crazy when I saw it. In 2013, everyone was like, they mentioned Albany. Seeing it in Albany.
I just think about the idea of them driving back and seeing
the Corning Tower and being like, damn it.
I've seen those too. Like, it's just funny.
Duncan's mind, he's like, I wish this was a goddamn water slide.
I know.
Instead of the Hudson River.
You can't go to the Great Escape Indoor Lodge.
It's not even comparable.
Mike, I have another question for you, actually. Well, I have you here, of course.
What's up?
Who's your favorite character, Mike?
Oh, this is a toughie. My favorite character is Owen, as obviously mentioned throughout the rest of this episode. It is a close second of Roddy and Betty as a tie.
Nice.
And then third is Pam, Duncan's mom, or Kip, the friend with the boat.
Let's go.
Because Kip does step in to defend Duncan in the big fight.
Mm-hmm.
Kip sees everything unfold and doesn't know that Trent's been lying to Pam. And Kip's like, yeah, you're not punching a kid.
Yeah.
Steps in.
Yeah, that was awesome on his part.
Yeah. And that part stuck with me for the longest time, being like, this guy knows nothing of what's going on. He still stepped up.
Mm-hmm. So I remember thinking about asking you this question.
Who's your favorite character?
I didn't think about asking myself. So I don't know. I don't have like a set ranking.
Peter?
I don't think. I mean, probably Betty, Peter, Pam. I can't say Susanna. The only reason why I would is because of Anna Sophia Robb. I love her. But
she brought up the worst timing.
We don't really know much about her, and she's also in her own teenage angst. And I like that she tries to connect with him and everything, but she's just not like a favorite. I don't think she's something to write home about. But probably say Lewis. Probably anyone at Water Whiz. And
True, Lewis is the gay awareness. He has 2 dads.
I don't have a mom, I have 2 dads. In your face.
Honestly, I kind of just like everyone except... I don't care for, obviously, Trent. I don't care for Kip, Joan, and Susanna. I like everyone else. So.
Well, Joan you're supposed to hate.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
And Kip is like in the middle.
Kip's cool. He has some good lines, and I completely agree with Mike, but... I mean, he's just not in there in my mind. When I think about the movie, I don't think about seeing him.
Yeah. Is it bad that neither of us said Duncan?
Oh my god, Luke and Leia are hooking up!
You know they're brother and sister, right? Yeah. Okay.
See, Duncan's a cutie guy. I mean, obviously I like him enough because he's the main guy in the movie, and I like the movie as a whole. I do get secondhand embarrassment from him a little. And I used to never get secondhand embarrassment. It's a new thing for me. When he goes to, like, kiss, I'm like, and she's like, Duncan. I'm like, stop it.
It's that and singing on the car.
To me, that's actually not as embarrassing because he's living his truth. Like, period.
It's embarrassing to me because I was like, if I was in that situation and got caught, I would throw up.
I do think it was really bold because if you think about it, the houses are kind of far apart, but they're also not really far apart.
No.
And you're literally like, forgotten when I started fighting for.
Well, he had
like,
earbuds
pretty
in.
loud.
He had earbuds in. He
So
probably didn't know how loud he was.
Yeah, but your chest can feel how loud.
Well, that and you're in earshot of neighbors.
Yeah,
And you're laying on the roof of a cherry car.
So to me, I think that he kind of wanted to be heard, but that's just me. I know.
Wow, that's symbolism. He wanted to be heard.
Let's go. Be heard, be strong, be proud. I want to make some noise. That's arguably the worst song in Lemonade Month. You're welcome. Anyway.
Okay. If there's any one character that shouldn't have been in the movie at all, who would it have been?
Could it be replaced by another character having more screen time?
Sure.
Okay. I'll say if we could take away Steph and make Owen and or Roddy have more screen time to know more about their characters, or specifically Owen. Because when he was talking to Duncan, and Duncan's like, well, how do you know that you're worth? And he was like, just trust me, I know. How do you know? Like, I want to know. What have you been through, Owen? You know what I mean? And there's also a really cute deleted scene with Caitlin and Roddy. I do get why it was deleted, though, because she's kind of being way more comedic than she is in the rest of the movie. And it's kind of like giving, like, oh, she's definitely a comedian. But I don't care. I like it. So I would take out Steph to put that in there. What about you, Mike?
There's one scene with Steph that makes that a difficult decision, and it's when she helps Pam with the dishes because Trent isn't at the house. She's starting to put it together in her head before Pam does.
True.
I would say I agree with Owen and Roddy getting more screen time, but I kind of wish Lewis had more. He's like this disgruntled guy that just wants to leave and like get out of the town, but at the same time it's all he has. And he's like, nah, I know these people. Like, I know them and they're a good group, but to replace, I kind of wish Susanna had a little bit less screen time. There are a few scenes where you're like, why can't Duncan just be alone right now? Like, I get she was trying to be supportive when she found out about his dad. At the same time, like, give the kid some room for a few minutes.
Yeah.
And then show up and be like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Don't bring up your dad.
Definitely agree with that.
I talked to my dad today. I told him that we had chased ghost crabs. It made him very happy. I felt like he was here.
Trent sucks.
He does.
Big time.
You know what doesn't? This episode.
True. Or cotton candy froyo from 16 Handles.
Truth.
Or the giant spoons that they have for $2.50.
Shout out 16 Handles. You're
Not a
currently
sponsor.
not sponsored, but should be. You guys brought back your cotton candy froyo and it tastes better than it did last time. How'd you do that?
Chemicals.
Probably.
And love. That's another thing that I would say in the way back. I wish they showed more like staples of summertime rather than like beachfront parties at the house. There was no family outing to get ice cream.
True.
They tried to go to the movies and Pam reasonably said back off.
I do like the idea that they didn't go to the movies in the middle of summer.
Well, I agree with that.
Oh. I thought you were trying to say that you wanted them to go to the movies in the middle of summer.
No, because they were going to go see Joan and Kip, and fucking Trent doesn't deserve that.
I just mean in general. I don't like the idea when you think of summer, I don't think of going to the movies.
Oh. Well.
At least that's for me.
Well,
I'm so sorry.
We've been to the drive-in together the past 2 summers.
That's drive-in, that's outside. That's not in a dark room with air conditioning.
It's also not thunderstorms, so.
Yeah. I do think that part of summer is accepting that, you know...
Go
like,
outside.
Yeah, like... having air conditioning and all this stuff is such a privilege. And, for example, if you're going to Girl Scout sleepaway camp and thunderstorms, they happen. And you're going to be inside. Or you're going to be covered and it's going to be pouring. And you're just going to have to sit it out. That's just part of life, you know what I mean?
Except that the weather is the weather. And enjoy it while you can, because it's going to be cold and dark for 6 months.
Mike, without being sassy, would you...
Oh, man.
Would you go to Waterwoods with me at some point?
After you go with your sister...
You could come with us.
I think it's a special moment for you and your sister that I should not be there.
Really? We need a cameraman though.
Wow.
We're gonna recreate. So, guys, let's fill you in. My sister. So, thanks, Mike, for mentioning my sister.
Thank you for giving me the job of cameraman.
You're welcome. So, as I mentioned earlier, my sister also really likes this movie. Shout out, Marie. And I told her that we were recording today, and I asked her if she wanted to tell you guys anything about her thoughts. Even though you have no idea who she is, please care. Okay. She says, "It's my favorite feel-good movie, just something about it. I love Sam Rockwell, he's awesome. And so is Steve Carell, but we do not like his character in this. No good. Go watch it." Boom. That's what she said.
Word. She actually reported live from trivia right before we recorded.
Yeah, Marie's a trivia god.
So are we when it comes to way back. We both got 25 out of 25.
That was so easy, though.
That's because we know the movie.
Yeah, but it was
proof that we're prepped.
True. Yeah, guys, type in the way back trivia and do it and let us know your scores down below.
After you watch the movie.
Well, yes. So, guys, for some context, Waterwiz water park is about 3 hours away from here. My sister does not live anywhere near here. She lives in Florida. And I was under the impression that Mike didn't like long drives. So I would not ever be able to go to Waterwiz with Mike. And so at some point, fun fact, I'm moving towards Boston, which is in Massachusetts, for college.
Whoa.
For
Since when?
Yeah, for grad school. It's going to be a little bit closer to Waterwiz. And so I'm jokingly saying that my sister would come visit over the summer next year and we would go. But then Mike had a cutie little drive. And he came back and was like, you know what? I can handle it. Let's go. But then I told my sister, and she was like, what the heck?
And she was like, I will fucking kill Mike in his sleep.
No, she just said that I can't go without her for the first time. So that wasn't saying that you can't come with us.
If I was the one to drive you without her present, I would die.
You wouldn't, though.
She'd be like, where does he live?
I'm saying you wouldn't drive. You don't have to drive.
I'm saying, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, what I mean is that you could just come with us on the first trip.
Yeah.
And go all together.
Camera.
That was a joke. You know, kind of like Owen.
I'm a two.
I'm kind of joking. I never.
We started the episode with this.
We have it on recording. I kept my mouth silent. So, yes, if my sister and I go with or without Mike, regardless if Mike would help us out with recording or not, because we're strong, independent women, we would recreate probably most of that movie. Probably, like, every single scene in it. I can think of 5. We actually set our chairs in rows. Oh, yeah. Coffee in my hands. 2 minutes. Okay. Ha! We don't sell coffee. Yeah, we do. Also, we put our chairs in rows. That's one. Just the random quotes. We'd probably just make videos of us doing it for our collection because it's so funny. Anyway, you're welcome. We want to go. And if you want us to go, there's a GoFundMe linked below. So thanks, guys. I'm kidding. That'd be so funny, though. But
except for the part where we really do have a GoFundMe.
Mike, just because I'm curious and we're talking about summer, and a little hint for you guys, we're going to be talking about summer a lot more on the last episode, but the ice cream man came to my neighborhood, finally got ice cream last week. Mike, what's your go-to ice cream man ice cream order?
Oh, man.
I know. It's tough.
Toughie.
Mm-hmm.
Because as a kid, I really liked the strawberry shortcake popsicles. Yes! But as I've gotten older, I really like the Toll House chipwiches. Where it's just
what is that?
The chocolate chip cookie sandwiches.
Oh, that's cool.
They're just an easy go-to at this point. But the strawberry shortcake has the nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
Or the snow cone with the gumdrop in the bottom. Or gum ball that breaks your teeth because it's been frozen for however long. Also, SpongeBob popsicle. Come on.
Yep.
Red 40. Max. Let's go.
Those were all great options. I say the same about the strawberry shortcake. I used to love that texture, too. Like, just biting it. But
true. I scare people because I bite my ice cream.
People don't notice that I do that. At our ice cream man specifically, I don't know what you guys got. Our viewers, comment below what your ice cream man brings you. It's called Rosati Ice, and it's blue raspberry and cotton candy combined. So good. It's the type where it's in like a plastic cup and you have to eat it out of like a...
With a wooden stick.
spoon. Most of the time I just get my own spoon. But
we have competition now. We went to 16 handles today.
Yes.
We're going to eviscerate an Italian ice cup in one bite with these things.
I talked about this before we started recording today, but I do actually want to go live. I realized we've been like, I want to go live. We will go live before the end of August, you guys, and I'll bring my spoon, and we'll show you guys the spoons, okay?
We'll sword fight them.
Oh, yeah.
Because why not?
To the death. That's why we're only doing one
To
season.
the death? Sounds like you're going to Waterways with your sister for sure.
Slay. Mike, did you have anything else you wanted to say about The Way Back?
I love the movie. It always gets a solid 4.5 to 5 out of 5 for me. We've discussed why there's flaws. It's not a flawless movie.
I know.
It depends on the vibe. If I'm feeling critical, it's towards the 4.5. If I'm looking for a good time, it's closer to the 5.
True.
Can do the same with a lot of Pixar movies, but I'm not going to get into that right now.
I'd support you in that.
Cool. Overall, very good movie. It's one I would recommend to anybody.
Slaps.
It's not subjective to anyone's preference. You would like this movie. It has something for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't, I'm going to call you Trent.
Yep. I agree with you there.
That's what I got.
Now that we've talked about the movie, we're going to give you guys a one-song spotlight related to this movie. So I don't know what Mike's is, but mine is in the movie. Duh. And it is called For the Time Being by Edie Brickell.
It's the opening song.
We didn't even mention this yet, actually. It happens when they're driving into town and Owen's in the car behind them at like a red light or something. And he like makes eye contact with Duncan because he's like, bro, this dude's like looking at me in the back of a car. So that's cool. It's cute. Her voice is really nice.
True.
Pretty chill one. What about you, Mike?
Mine's the polar opposite, because mine is Alone by Trampled by Turtles, which is the song at the end of the movie.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we're so cool. Aw, we're best friends.
Wow.
Oh.
Go to Water was with your sister.
Hey. That is a great song.
It is a bit what I'm saying. Just saying that.
Yeah. Mike, this is our third to last episode of the season. How are you feeling?
Good. I'm having a lot of fun. Because we're going to get candid. We're going to get mildly emotional around here real quick. First episode, kind of on the rocks with how it was going to go. As each episode went, we learned more about each other, and now we're just hanging out.
For real. Well, guys, this was unplanned.
Plus, Molly and I hadn't seen each other in like quite a while prior to podcasting.
True.
So, this has been a lot of fun, and there's still more to come, so I shouldn't be lamenting like it's over.
That's okay, though. It's kind of nice that we're, like, mentally preparing right now.
Yeah.
So, I do have to say, I kind of, like, wanted to do this because I wanted my thoughts to be recorded on somewhere more than just, like, my phone, and, like, so that I could remember and also hear Mike's, and it was just also another excuse to hang out with Mike. So, it was very unexpected how gung-ho you were about it, though. I thought that I was going to have to do more stuff, which obviously I was totally fine with, because I was like, do you want to do this podcast with me? I don't know if you'll say yes. And all my friends were like, of course he's going to say yes. And you were like, of course I'll say yes. Like, let's brainstorm stuff right now. That's crazy. And we'll talk about this in episode 9, but I'm listening to so much music right now, and I can't tell if it's because I'm used to that now because of the podcast or what, or if I'm just having a drive to listen more, but I'm going to say that the podcast had a big part in that. So,
Real.
Thanks for that.
Let's mutually agree Antisocialites and Cowboy Carter are in our minds because of this.
True.
Cowboy Carter, still on my phone.
Dreams Tonight slaps. One of my friends heard Dreams Tonight and wanted it on her playlist, and I said, oh my gosh. So.
And she was like, this bad influence named Mike showed me.
No.
We got spoons out of it.
You should learn how to play the spoons with those spoons.
It's gonna sound like a propeller.
Stumble out a bit. And they're biodegradable, guys. So, we're saving the planet. One spoon at a time.
Yep.
That was a joke. Please. I am Owen. Tony Mary Beth.
True.
Cool. Also, guys, just a reminder, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify. If we get more listeners, we can go on even more platforms, so tell your friends.
We're on Letterboxd and Music Board.
That too. And if you have any thoughts on anything at all, we would love to hear them.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Alright, well.
Bye, Roddy.
Bob and Lock.
Bye, Caitlin.
Take care, Duncan. We're gonna miss you.
Yes, I'm still here. Bye.
Goodbye, Lewis.
Bye.
Bye, Lewis.